What's up, y'all? Welcome to How To Mondays on Gratified Grad, where it's my goal to help you graduate with gratification. In today's video, we are going to be making a chickpea salad with some homemade french fries. This is a great vegan option or non-vegan option. It's just a healthy lunch to have. And so what I'm doing right now is washing the potato. That's what you cannot see me doing. Since cooking the potatoes is going to take the longest, we're going to go ahead and prep those to be cooked and put in the oven so that while we're whipping up the chickpea salad, the potatoes are cooking. And so I'm going to pull out the seasonings that I want to use for this, as well as getting the olive oil before I get started with cutting the potato. So you can use olive oil or avocado oil, whichever one, though I believe that avocado oil may be a little bit healthier to fry with, but olive oil is okay. So I'm going to add some salt to the oil. It may look like I'm shaking in a lot, but I'm not. The spout or the outlet is something's wrong with it, so I have to shake a lot more. And then that is some Memphis barbecue style seasoning. I really like it on my french fries, and so I more often than not put it on there. And then I'm grinding some pepper and putting some pepper in there. You can put as much or as little of these seasonings that you like. I would suggest going a little lighter on the salt, just because sodium intake, and you don't want to have too much. So this potato actually was a little bit too big for me to use on my cutter, but as you can see, I kept trying. I kept trying a little bit more, and then I finally decided that it's not worth it. So I ended up deciding just getting a knife and chopping up the potatoes in, as close of quote unquote perfect shape as possible. Yeah, wasn't gonna struggle anymore with that. So now we're gonna just dump that into the mix that we made and shake, 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 shake. That's probably one of the funner parts of making the chickpea salad and the french fries. And so I have an air fryer at home. Of course, you can use just a regular oven, like just bake the fries. But when you're putting them inside of your pan, you want to make sure that you spread them out and make sure that they are not too on top of each other, just so that the french fries cook evenly. I'm gonna pop that in there, turn it on. So I just have my air fry and I have it set to 400. It does start at 25 minutes, but I do not leave it in there for the full 25 minutes, as you will see when we get further into the video. And so what we're going to do now is take some chickpeas. These chickpeas were pre-cooked. I think I cooked these chickpeas like, 2 or 3 days before making this video. And so we're going to mash the chickpeas using a fork. And you just want to mash them up, all of them, so that you have no more whole chickpeas. But you don't have to mash them into their like a potato or anything, but just mash them enough to not have a whole chickpea. So it should look at this consistency. And we are now going to start adding in our ingredients. So you want to get out some ketchup, mustard, mayo. You can get vegan mayo. I have some regular mayo left in my house, so I'm just going to use up this non-vegan mayo. And my secret ingredient that I like to add is dill pickle juice. I like pickles, and I like pickle juice. I'm from the South where we have pickle pops. So once again, I don't measure out anything. You just add in however much or however little you like. The mustard gives it that little bit of a tangy kind of flavor to it. I like it, but I also don't like too much of the mustard because I'm not that big of a mustard fan. So once again, add as much or as little of the ingredients that you like. And after you have added in your ingredients, you're gonna mix it all up together as you would do if you're making any chicken salad or tuna salad. I'm gonna add in some vitamin B12, or should I say nutritional yeast. It's more than just vitamin B12, but it provides a lot of the iron and vitamin B12 that a lot of people miss out on when they don't eat meat. And it also gives a little bit of a cheesy flavor. So I went very light on the addition of the nutritional yeast. You can do as much or as little as you like. I also like to add a little bit of onion in there. So I'm going to chop off a piece of onion and chop it up very well and add it into the mix. It just makes it easier whenever I am serving the chickpea salad on the bread, to have the onions chopped up inside it instead of like having whole onions within the sandwich, or should I say larger pieces of onions. But yeah, add that in, mix it up. And I like tomatoes, so I'm going to cut off a couple of pieces of tomato to add to my sandwich. Earlier this week, or maybe it was this weekend, I think I made that this past weekend, I made some flatbread. If you would like to see me know how I make my own flatbread, let me know in the comments, and I can show you guys that recipe. I promise that it's more of a recipe where, you know, I'll give you some exact measurements versus this one where I literally eyeball everything about it. But yeah, I'm using some homemade flatbread, and now we're just gonna add on the chickpea salad. Almost forgot, I have to get some lettuce. So I did end up trying this chickpea salad, and it just didn't have enough salt in it for me. So I added a little bit more salt to it, as well as the lettuce. Now we're gonna check on the French fries. They've been in here about 10 minutes. And so we're gonna shake them up a little bit. They look to be about almost done, but I'm still gonna let them stay in longer. I want them to be a little more crispy. And yeah, so the fries, I let them stay in there about 4 more minutes, and here is the finished product. Thank you for listening.